We are going to start with the control panel, which is automatic. There is a paper thickness adjuster. You can refer to your owner's manual on page 8 for more information. There is a troubleshooting indicator panel. If you get a jam in either the first or the second tray, the light will indicate that. If you run out of paper, the light will indicate that. If you get a more internal jam, the light will indicate it, and you'll want to start with your stacker. There are 6 pre-programmed folds already in the machine for the letter legal size paper. You can do custom folds, and you can do 11 by 17 folds. You'll need to refer to your manual for that. These buttons here will indicate and move the lights over to follow along with each fold that you want to do. Before starting your job, you will always need to push the middle button, which will give you one piece of paper with that fold. Check your fold, make sure everything's right. If it's crooked, there is a skew that you can adjust. You can refer to your manual for that, or you can just look in the front of your machine and you will see the skew. There is a counter with a reset button. There's also a speed. You can adjust your speed prior to doing your job. Stop and a start button. Here's your box fold in half and half again. Now we're going to move on to our next fold, which is an engineer's fold. Again, you're going to use the right arrow, which moves your light over and indicates it right above your engineer's fold. Push the middle button to test it. Okay, here's your engineer's fold. Now we're going to move on to our next fold, which is a letter fold. Again, we're going to use our right arrow, push the middle button. We now have our letter fold. Next fold we're going to demonstrate is your Z fold. Use the right arrow, move your light over, always push the middle button to do your test run. Here's your Z fold. The last fold, which is pre-programmed, is going to be your brochure fold. Push the right arrow to move your light over. Again, push the middle button to run your test run. There you have your brochure fold. I'm now going to demonstrate the letter fold by moving the left arrow over to show underneath the letter. I'm going to adjust the speed higher because you have to do it at the beginning of your job. Always push the middle button to test your job. If your job is okay, go ahead and run the start button. You'll now see the paper come through the exit, go through the stacker, and shingle. Push the stop button, but the counter counted 16 pieces. Your counter will continually run until you push the stop button. Remember, your Dynafold Model 330 can also do legal size paper and 11 by 17. To change it to go to the legal size paper, which is 8.5 by 14, you're going to push the down arrow. If we wanted to do a letter fold on 8.5 by 14, we would move it automatically down. Otherwise, you use the left arrow to change the different types of fold and the down button to make sure that it's on the size paper you want. Custom folds, you can refer to the owner's manual on page 10 and 11. You'll notice the red indicator light. There's no paper. We talked about that earlier in this video. We're taking 1117 paper. We're loading it into the feeder tray. You're going to want to move in your side so that your paper is nice and firmly in the middle. Bring up your lever. Your light goes off. When loading your paper, there is no need to fan it. Also, you'll notice that this machine comes with an automatic adjustment for your paper thickness. It will hold a full ream or 500 sheets of standard 20-pound paper. Since we're using 1117, we are doing a semi-custom fold. You're going to hold both these buttons down until you see this display on your counter. Then you're going to use your arrow to adjust on your plate the pin where it needs to go. 1117.5 would need to be at 8.5. Like all your other folds we've seen, you push the middle button to check your size and make sure that your fold is right. Remember, we're folding 1117 in half. On your custom folds, because you're bypassing your pre-programmed folds, you need to push the stop button first, then the start button, and your job will run. We've now folded 11/17 in half. We're going to do another fold. We're going to letter fold this. Before doing that, you always want to reinforce your spine or your crease on your 11/17. You're going to place your paper as far right as possible and the spine as close to the middle as you can. Adjust your plate, your guide plates. You're going to lift your lever. Increase your speed whenever doing a cross fold because the paper seems to be a little thicker, and remember, we started off with long paper. Always push the middle button to test it. There you have the 11/17 cross fold paper. Remember, even though we have to put it all the way to the right, you don't want to put it so far that it's not going to hit the roller. So make a little adjustment on the right-hand side. The spine, increase it, and put it in as close to the middle as you can without going too far to the right to where you're not going to hit the roller. And that is your Dynafold model 330.